When she grew up, people said, well, clothes don't count, it's what's inside that counts, right? So we've heard that enough. When we're not dressed in alignment, it's, you know, it's very subtle, but it's either in the socket or it's not. You know, it's either right and really aligned with you or it's not, and that's the refinement that we're always after. What we do is we show you how the principle is mirrored in Mother Nature and in great works of art, and now that we're the great work of art, we learn them for ourselves. Everybody has their own specific set of colors. So I'm a vivid winter and there could be another vivid winter, and all we have in common is wearing black, for example. So the three basics, we usually give you the most formal, semi-formal, and casual, and one of them is always the hair color. So I have two power colors, a support color. These are alternate colors or pastels, which are the lighter values that I can either wear or use for home decoration. We have the kinds of prints that I can wear, including color combinations, and then we have the metals. So because my eyes are gold, I wear gold, and then I also wear silver.
I was basically a coat hanger all my life. I was doing TV series after TV series, and people would hand me a hanger and say, put this on. I'd go, okay. No thought to color, style, design, nothing. And my dear friend Larry Hagman, J.R. Ewing to most people, he'd say to me, you look like a little brown mouse. Then we went to London, and Patrick Duffy, Larry Hagman, and I did a wonderful interview for the BBC. And Jennifer Butler dressed me for that occasion. And I was no longer invisible. I had textures and layers and colors and yummy. I felt yummy. I felt delicious. I felt out of the box. And I felt very, very visible.
So in terms of Linda, very exciting when one wears one's hair color in the color of the boots, and particularly when it's metallic. The jacket is a metallic of her eyes, very exciting, because the eyes, as we know, illuminate the soul. And she's wearing her skin tone in the wonderful beads. And one of the things that I love is when someone can wear an heirloom, and she's wearing an heirloom in this wonderful scarf that's wrapped around her hips. The actual scarf was draped over the piano at her grandmother's. And of course I found it in her closet, and I had no reference for that, and I thought, well, this looks fun. In fact, you'll notice 2 layers of scarves because we love that complexity of design. And in contrast, look at Karen. She has smooth hair, very even features, and smooth skin. And you'll notice that her beautiful deep teal, which is her power color, is a smooth jersey as well. And the jewelry is very simple. And the structure of the jewelry drapes with the structure of her lovely body type that she has, which is what we call muscular molded.
So when I first came to Jennifer, I thought it was supposed to be about the colors, and I was not so sure about it because I'd seen other people get their colors done, and I had kind of been slightly horrified at the result. But when I came and I saw her, I could tell that she knew what she was doing just by who she was. I mean, I've gone to a lot of, the Emmys and different award shows and stuff, and in the past, I was always just a little self-conscious, not sure if I looked okay, not sure if I was just right, And then after I worked with Jennifer, she went shopping with me. I remember going and just feeling so comfortable, so much more able to put my attention on other people, to relax, just to be myself. I didn't have a worry about how I looked. It became moot in a way.
So with Dana, we're focusing on the vertical. She has a larger face for her height, which is very long, and so we're looking for a long line in her clothing to repeat the length of her face and the length of her body.
Left to myself, I would be wearing baggy jeans and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt, or maybe some sweatpants in the wrong color. That she can see who you really are and bring that out. And it doesn't matter how old you are or how young or how much you weigh, you will be beautiful after she's done. I have a 2-year-old, it's very hectic in the morning, and I can grab 3 pieces of clothing and put on some earrings and I look great, and it's like, whoa, I did that.
So with Sheila, it's fascinating. I have known her 25 years, and her whole thing was about being comfortable. And she would say, well, if I want to look good, then I can't be comfortable. For some reason, she used to equate those two things. And you can see here, she looks fabulous and very comfortable at the same time. One of the most important things about this work is it's really about the expression of one's personality, their inner essence. And you can see here in Anu's outfit that that is entirely missing. Let's look at the use of the outfit, because a lot of people wear this kind of clothing. And for Anu, it was in corporate America, the business casual, where she was trying to really give a seminar to a lot of people. And you'll notice that the outfit, it's very hard to listen to her because the outfit is not matching up to her personality. So it would take her a longest time to just even get in relationship with the people she was training. We have changed her dramatically just by changing the jacket, so it really doesn't take much to have things work. You'll notice the pants are still a little bit light in color for her, but the jacket now repeats all the design of her hair and the texture of her hair and of her facial features. And so the dynamic personality that she really has is now stepping forward.
I was always trying to look like somebody else. I admired other women's clothing, and I always went to the stores and tried to recreate what I had seen on them. And one of the women always looked fabulous. So she told me about Jennifer Butler, she told me about the colors, and I was on the phone in 5 minutes making my first appointment. Stepped off the plane. The very next day, I was in her office.
I first met Jennifer Butler in 1991. I made an appointment with her to get what I thought was my colors done. But instead, what really happened is I enrolled myself in Wardrobe Psychology 101. Since then, I've been back many times to see Jennifer, and I've learned so much. I have to say it's been a life-altering experience.
What I was like before I came to Jennifer Butler is, as a friend of mine said, he didn't even know I was really a girl. I was so in masculine clothing and so intentional whenever I went anywhere that I didn't even register to him as female. And now I get to really like relish being a woman. I mainly wear skirts. Why? Because I have hips and thighs, and it's actually a lot more comfortable to wear skirts. It's a lot more flattering to wear skirts, and I feel feminine in skirts.
I'm afraid that when I got out of the military, my clothes did not really get out of the military. When I met Jennifer, it actually opened my eyes to the fact that I could dress in a way that was more true to myself, and that by doing so, it was better than any uniform could be. I actually find that I get to say things in a more direct way that if I hadn't dressed as skillfully as I did, it might seem blunt and overly harsh.
I recently did the wedding gown for Layla Ali, which was on the cover of People magazine, which of course was very exciting. And she wanted to look like a bride, but she didn't want to wear white. So the work I've done with Jennifer was very helpful to inform what color would really be the best to reflect who she is and her essence and her sensibility. And I am a designer, so it's really important for me to be a walking billboard, if you would, for what I do, and to really let people know if they see me and I say, oh yes, I'm an upscale, glamorous wedding gown and evening gown designer, that they would look at me and say, oh yes, you are.
Now I feel right, coming into my own, feeling my essence in these clothes, and expressing myself the way I truly am. So there's no longer that disingenuous sort of off-kilter, what is it about her that doesn't feel right? I'm feeling more supportive energy from my women friends and from strangers actually, and I feel like the real me is finally showing up.
I am the owner of Remax of California and Hawaii.
So his hair, skin, and eyes are all blended. He is not a person of high contrast, so you'll notice the blending continues in his outfit. So he's not wearing a starched white shirt with a black blazer. Instead, all of the colors blend together, which complement his native coloring.
20 years ago this June, Sid and I went together and had our colors done. I remember thinking, there's a world of color out there. Look at what God gave me, and so I'm going to be the best me. That is just a gift that I can't even begin to express.
It is a sensation that every woman ought to have. And it's like a light beam in a dark room.
Suella would be so jealous. There's no shoulder pads. She would be so envious. I'd say, come here, girlfriend. Let's go in your closet and trash it and have fun and wrap you up and make you gorgeous. she would be jealous.